This is my trailer. I've been disabled, so couldn't work. So, didn't have hardly any money, so this was my home for the past year or so. Before that, I was in Section 8 public housing. Right now, this is on my parents' property because CFS got so bad that I couldn't really take care of myself too well, so I came here and living here, and my mom, really helped me out, cooking for me. I was on a special diet trying to see if that would help CFS. It's called the GAPS diet, where it's supposed to fix gut dysbiosis, which is a theory for the cause of CFS. Notice this little beach chair here. I couldn't even sit outside. The little temperature changes and having to even be upright. Uh, couldn't really handle it. It would just wipe me out. Just that. Just the little breeze, little temperature changes. Couldn't handle that. Uh, these steps used to be an ordeal. I would struggle up this. Now, every day after preparing my breakfast and lunch, I'd bring it over here and just collapse into this bed for pretty much the rest of the day. Now, I've set this up so that I have, computer access while I'm lying down, because, again, with orthostatic intolerance, you can't be upright, even sitting for very long. And even kind of just propping myself up in this bunk here to eat would be tiring. So, I'd lie down and just watch Netflix on that computer screen there pretty much all day long. Now, if you look over here, you'll see a whole bunch of stuff all lined up. Why? Because, again, CFS, I wouldn't have the energy to really get up. So I had to have everything all right here, all convenient. And so all day long, my life revolved around trying to get rid of CFS. On schedule, I would take, all these different supplements, all these different protocols. Over here, I would inject myself. I tried B12, special methylcobalamin form. Right now, this is Iscador, which is from the Steiner's anthroposophical medicine. It's supposed to help stimulate the immune system and also bring up your will, so that if I was a nice guy, that's kind of one of the things about CFS is tends to strike people that are overly responsible and hold in their emotions, um, and give themselves away, give their power away, or self-sacrifice, and a little bit of, and it would feel like a self-betrayal to me, always betraying myself in order to not rock the boat and let other people give other people's emotions precedence. It's supposed to help with that. I think it's good, but peak states therapy, next generation, might be even more powerful than that kind of stuff. Um, this is MMS. I kind of think that's pretty good. It's kills kills pathogens. And all this other stuff is about killing pathogens. This takes off that take the edge off Herx, or the detox reaction. I would measure my temperature all the time, seeing what my immune system was doing, whether it was turning on, because I was taking high doses of vitamin D. Uh, this row, one for every day of the week. I'd put a whole bunch of supplements in there. Uh, Vitamin C. This is some antibiotic Ayurvedic herbs. This is another antibiotic thing. Uh, This blackstrap molasses for the RBTI protocol. There's some more stuff right there, and then in here I've got, once a week I'd fill up my little containers with all this stuff. And so yeah, my life just revolved around CFS. Here's my chi machine down here, you know, because I thought it would kind of maybe shake the toxins loose and you know, get chi flowing. That might heal me. Maybe I got some emotions trapped in the psoas muscle that might, you know, loosen that up. I used to have an inversion board, you know, all these things that I was trying, and I think it does help, but just very, very little, because again, no one else besides the Peak States Institute knows what actually causes CFS. Here's my bathrobe, because I used to take a daily detox bath. You know, you put, you know, a formula of salt or maybe a detox clay, because again, you know, toxins are known to build up in CFS, you know, infections and toxins, and then killing off infections creates toxins. So I was doing all kind of things for that. See this hanging up here? That was a breathing device for a protocol by a guy named Buteyko. That's a Buteyko breathing device that's supposed to retrain your breathing center so that you're able to get more oxygen to your cells. I was doing 15-minute sessions 3 times a day of that. So, you know, all day long doing different things. Here's my refractometer for doing the RBTI. You can measure your sugar levels. You monitor your sugar very carefully, your water intake and sugar intake, all on a strict schedule. I have another one back here. All these things I can now put away. I don't really need them anymore. And then the pH meter, you monitor in RBTI, you monitor your pH, saliva and urine pH, to try and be optimally healthy. I used to make my own herbs, herbal tinctures, you know, when you are disabled and can't work and can't afford most therapies. Well, you can still buy a bulk bag of herbs and a bottle of vodka and make your own tinctures and try to do your own herbology on yourself. Special Blasi formula that can cure fibromyalgia, you know, because there's like a mineral deficiency theory to CFS and fibromyalgia. Below calcium lactate, that's supposed to help with the RBTI to get your pHs right, and if your pHs are right, your body is working right and can heal disease. Okay, next here's kind of a sort of embarrassing part. I don't know if you want to put this on the website or not, but down here you have my toilet, because why? Again, so tired, can't hardly get out of bed. If I got a bottle there to go to the bathroom in, it helps a lot, you know. And then behind that there's a water bottle, because again, you know, I need to drink water, but it's so hard to get up. I can just kind of scoot over and get that. Now I don't need to do things like that. I can be like a normal person, effortless, just get up, get your water, go to the bathroom, whatever. It wasn't like that before. It was just a hellish life, being that tired. And then the worst, well, and what makes it even worse is that people tend not to believe you. They think you're lazy, because with CFS you can get up and go out and you look normal. I could go shopping once a week when I was feeling better, and for groceries, and but I would collapse again. You know, I wouldn't be able to cook that day, cook dinner, so I would have to always buy something, some kind of quick food for that day, and then maybe the next day or the day after that I'd have the energy back to actually cook what I bought, if I was lucky. if I wasn't lucky, because I was trying to eat healthy, all the fresh produce and whatever might be starting to go bad already. But that's life with CFS when you're trying to live on your own. But yeah, now all that's a thing of the past. All those little normal things that are effortless for a normal healthy person, which are just extraordinarily major major ordeals for someone with CFS. Uh, they're like that again. They're just effortless, no big deal. Don't even think about it again now. See, that's one of the things about CFS is that everyone says, well, how come you can't just push yourself? How come you can't just get up? Um, well, you can't. As debilitated as I was, just lying here all day long, I had breakfast and lunch already, and so I would just kind of struggle to eat in the morning and afternoon, and taking my supplements, staving off boredom with watching Netflix, and that was my life. And then after the peak states therapy, I built this whole thing. you know. So now I have, when I'm traveling around the country, I can store stuff, and has that little flip-up table, and you know, just for my next stage of life, which I thought I might never get again. Uh, so now finally I can live life again. I can think of whatever I want to do, and go and do it. Visit this friend here, study this there, maybe stay at a monastery, get the peak states training, whatever I want to do. Go wherever I want. Um, before I had CFS, I was normal. I could push myself. All the things that should be effortless and most people don't even think about, I didn't think about. You just do it. I was an athlete, a scholar, national merit scholar, honor roll, got into UC Berkeley, all that kind of stuff. Then after CFS, I'm lying around in bed all day. And people are like, well, you're just lazy. Maybe all the pressure got to you. You're trying to escape from life. You couldn't handle college. You couldn't handle life. So now you're just making this up to try to escape. It's all in your head. Well, and I kind of believed that for a while. But eventually I just knew that no way. I mean, I'm living it. I could tell it wasn't that. It was actually a physical illness. And now that it's gone, that proves that. Because if I still needed an escape from life, well, I would be doing it. But instead, I have all these plans about all these things I want to do. And yeah, it's not going to be easy. This hit me, maybe I was 19 years old, or even in high school. It kind of was a gradual onset. After I had walking pneumonia my freshman year of high school, but I was able to finish high school and go into college, just pushing myself, limping along, doing my best to hide it. And then in college, it finally got to the point where I couldn't stay in school anymore, and collapsed. And then that was the beginning of 24 years, and how people kind of would think CFS was on my head. And then now, once it's gone, it proves that no, it wasn't on my head. There's a physical thing gone, and now I'm ready to take on the world. And it's not going to be easy because I lost, 24 years of my life. All the life experience I could have had, training, in some kind of way to make money. Now I'm going to have to get off disability for the first time in, I've probably been on it almost 2 decades, and all that stuff. But the way I think of it, that's a good problem to have. There's other people that have real problems, like people who still have CFS, like me before I got rid of CFS using the peak states therapy. I mean, that's real problems. To worry that, oh gee, my illness is gone now, so now I have to, like, I can no longer accept the help I was getting because I was disabled. Oh yeah, yeah, like that's a real big problem. There's all kind of things I can do. I mean, just, when you have basic levels of energy again, just a good positive attitude, you can do whatever you want to do in life. Because a lot of people with CFS, they think that people that get cured didn't really have CFS, because, everyone's tired, and so there's a lot of competition, sort of, among people with CFS, like, oh, mine is worse than yours. Mine's the real thing. Yours might just be, you're just tired. You're not as bad as me, so, what worked for you is not going to work for me. There's all kind of that kind of thinking going on. And I must admit, I probably wasn't the worst person. I didn't have multiple chemical sensitivity. I mean, yeah, fumes and things would bother me, but not to the extent of MCS. My orthostatic intolerance was pretty bad, but I could get up and walk around, Well, anyway, there's some people have it really bad off. I mean, and I went through good periods. I used to, well, like I said, I used to train in Zen. That kind of wiped me out, and I don't think I ever recovered after 5 years. But I could do it, and I had a social life at one time, even with CFS. I trained in Tai Chi. So it was better before. It's just that over time, instead of getting better, despite everything I was doing, it was getting worse. We're talking years and years of trying everything, basically dedicating all my waking hours to doing something for CFS, whether it's resting, which was very important, and all the protocols. Then, once I found the peak states therapy, within a few days, massive difference. Then, fixing it, it would come back and they would do another session to deal with that, maybe 2 more sessions like that, and then it was finally permanently gone. That's what we're talking. See, that's the thing about people that say that CFS is a mental problem. Probably there are people that have mental problems and it looks kind of the same, so I can't really fault people, but in the case of CFS, it's pretty much the opposite. A person with CFS wants to get back to their life. And one of the things that makes it really hard to cure is if they rest and eat right and do various things to start feeling better, once they get back a little bit of energy, they immediately start trying to make up for lost time and catch up, and they got all kind of projects and all kind of things they want to do with their life, and then they collapse again, you know. So that's what it's like. So yeah, again, if it was a, you know, some kind of mental tactic to escape from life, that wouldn't be the case. And you know, so I plan to prove everyone who thought that wrong, you know, because now that I'm healthy again, I can get back and start doing all the things I wanted to do.